Let's talk about streaking. Run streaks, that is. A run streak is when you try to run every single day with no days off, no recovery days. And I believe most run streaks have you run at least a mile. So for you to qualify running as a run, you need to do a full mile. And so, I feel this kind of question all the time. Should I do a run streak? What are your thoughts on run streaks? And I think they can be very good for you, but also very bad for you. And let's explore this a little bit to understand why run streaks can be good and bad at the same time. So let's start with the good. Run streaks have you run every single day. And running consistency and running frequency are really important to you developing as a runner. The more you can run, the better. The more frequently you can run, the better. So a run streak is a great way to force yourself to run more consistently, and that'll most likely mean that you're going to run higher weekly mileage, higher monthly mileage, and when it comes to mileage, almost all the time, more is more. So a run streak can be a great way to boost your consistency, your frequency, and your mileage. That's going to help with your endurance. But there's a dark side to that. Because what's best for your running frequency and your consistency isn't always what's best for your health. Sometimes we have to balance the two. In fact, run streaks force you to run when it might not be a good idea. So what happens if your Achilles hurts? Or you're starting to feel the first twinges of IT band pain in your knee? Should you continue your run streak? Now, a lot of runners are going to feel compelled to finish their run streak because they don't want to miss out on cutting it early. And there are certainly a lot of people who have multiple decades-long run streaks that I think are incredibly impressive. Now, my goal as a coach is to always help runners accomplish their goals. And since coaching since 2010 and working with thousands of different athletes, I have never worked with a runner who had the goal of simply running every day for a very long period of time. Their goal has always been to get through a season without injuries, to run a new distance, to achieve some sort of goal time in a race, to qualify for a certain race, maybe New York City Marathon, Boston Marathon. These are performance-oriented goals, and sometimes your performance is best suited to a day off. Sometimes your performance is dependent upon some rest and recovery. So from a training perspective, a run streak can actually short-circuit that stress adaptation process where you stress yourself with a workout, a long run, a week of high mileage, whatever it might be, a series of deadlifts, and then you rest. And while you rest, you adapt to that work and you get stronger, you gain endurance, you get faster, and you improve. That can be short-circuited if you are really adamant about maintaining a run streak. Now, of course, if you just run a mile on, a day or two throughout the week to maintain the run streak, I don't think that's really going to hamper your recovery. But I think a run streak is one of those things that lends itself better to more advanced runners because they are the runners who know their body a little bit better. They are the ones with more experience. They have run higher mileage and done a variety of different workouts and raced a variety of different races. And they know their bodies a little bit better and they understand the language that their body speaks. So if they truly need a day off, they will take it. If they can get away with running a mile or so on a day when something's a little bit sore, they probably know when they can do that and when they can't do that. And that is a decision that sometimes takes a long time to be able to make. It takes a lot of experience, and through that experience, you gain wisdom over yourself. You understand what your body can do and what it can't do. And so with beginners, they don't have that same amount of wisdom, and so they are more likely to push the envelope a little bit too much and potentially set themselves up for an injury. So I'm all for a run streak if it's done safely and if someone is not completely adamant about maintaining the run streak no matter what. Because we all have to have the maturity to say, I have to prioritize my health, and my health is better prioritized by taking today off from running completely, or by cross-training, or by go getting a massage or spending time on the foam roller. There's so many things that we can do to help our training and to help us improve without necessarily setting ourselves up for an additional risk of injury. So I just want you to think about these things if you're contemplating a run streak. It can be really great for developing consistency and frequency and getting you into that regular habit of running. And in that way, it's phenomenal for building that habit, for building that consistency, but just be aware enough of yourself to know when it's appropriate to cut your run streak and to take a day off, because sometimes it's simply necessary. I hope you enjoyed this brief Q&A about run streaks, and I also want to answer your running questions. If you have one for me, leave it in the comments under this video, and I'd be happy to answer it for you, either directly through a text comment, or maybe I'll create a new video all about your question and go into a lot more detail about the issue that you're currently facing. Thanks for watching, and please hit that subscribe button so that you're notified of every new video that we release.